Good morning, guys. Happy Sunday. So, today I thought we would do some ink swatches on the new inks that I purchased and that arrived these past couple of days. I do want to do a ink swatch video of all of the sample inks that I've gotten from Goulet pens, but I figured let's start with the new ones. And all of these were also purchased. No, these were purchased from Jet Pens, and then this was purchased from Goulet Pens. But I'm going to be using stamps and index cards that are made for swatching. All of these supplies I got on Amazon. I can link it below or attach it somewhere. But that is where I got. So we're going to grab a couple of swatch cards. So I love swatching ink. I think it's super fun. I do have like a master swatch book of all of my inks that I've gotten so that I know what looks like what and how they react on paper. But this is one way that I figured would be a nice activity. So I also got these stamps from Amazon. I can definitely link it below if you prefer, or however. I'm not a gatekeeper. I share everything. So we're going to use this one. And I also got these blocks from Amazon. And it's a variety pack, which it was a pretty good deal for the amount that I paid. So if you've never used one of these, it's pretty simple. The ridged part, where the ridges are, comes on the outside, and then you stick the other part against the block, and then you ink it. So the ink pad that I'm going to use to stamp is this one from Sanby, and it's one of my favorite black ink pads. It does really well, and she dries pretty quick. So I'm going to move that to the side. We're going to grab our ink. We're going to ink it. And the one thing I like about clear ink pads versus like the regular stamps, which I do have a couple of the regular stamps, is the fact that I can see how the ink is saturated. And so we're just going to take our bottle and we're going to press. See? So we're going to go ahead and do that for all of the cards. So to give you guys a little background about me, I am a mom of 3. I've been married for over 10 years to my wonderful husband. I work in corporate America, and I got into stationery, fountain pens, inks, and all of that right after I had my daughter, which is 2 years ago. And I was journaling before, but I really wasn't like into stationery like that. And then my whole world opened up to all the possibilities, and I think it's probably one of the most calming hobbies out there. And with journaling and doing stationery, I've started exploring art as well. So I currently am learning to do watercolors and gouache. So at my ripe age, it's always fun to learn something new. So that's been kind of my pastime. I do it when I have a moment. So usually early in the morning or when I get out of work after I'm done putting the baby down. And it's just it's a really calming, and it really recenters me, and it gives me a moment to focus, and I just absolutely enjoy it. So let's move on with the swatching. The first one we're going to swatch is Noodler's Ink and Black Swan and English Rose. This is a 3-ounce bottle. This is a big, big bottle. And for the price I paid for this, I know for a fact that I'm going to have this for a while, and it's okay because I genuinely, genuinely love this color. I have a sample of it, and so I definitely used it, and now I have this. So I'm currently going to use my Kakamori dip pen, which has awesome control. So I'm going to go ahead and fill it up. And then we're going to start swatching. This is such a beautiful, beautiful ink. I've been so into like the browns and the mauves and the pinks. I'm a neutral girl, so this color really is part of, I guess you would say, my aesthetic, and I thoroughly enjoy it. It dries beautifully, and a girl cannot complain, I'm telling you. So I just kind of spread it. I'm not very precise. This is all very new for me. So I see all the other girls with their beautiful swatches. I'll get there. I'm not there yet. And so we're going to write here, Noodlers. Noodlers. And Swan. And I am working on my calligraphy. I did learn it in school back when they would teach it to us. So I do know some of it. It's just been so long since I've written in it. So I'm a little rusty. So this is Noodlers. Look at how pretty. We're just going to put her off to the side and let her dry. And then the next one we're going to use, make sure my pen is clean. I got this cloth also. It's made for like fine metals, and it's good for your fountain pens and dip pens and stuff. I also got this on Amazon in like a 3-pack. You can use it for jewelry and for pens. The next one we're going to use is Maroon Mustard, a Robert Oster ink. I will say that Robert Oster inks, along with Diamatris, oh God, I will get these names, are my favorite inks. I know like the ink community is super cringy and going, oh my gosh, she's messing it up. I'm so sorry. This is very different than inks that I usually am drawn to, but nonetheless, it is absolutely stunning. It's like an olivey, goldish tone. ink, and I will say that it is super. It's very nice for this tone ink. Like, I do like the way she dries. Maroon mustard. It is like a little mustard tone to it, but it's a lot nicer. And it's so pretty. I know my videos aren't like the most aesthetic or free flowing, but I'll get there. I'll get there. This is all very new to me, and it's okay. I really enjoy doing this. And then the next one is going to be another Robert Oster ink and Claret. This is the ink that I wanted. This is the ink that was on my wish list. It is so pretty and so, it's just right up my alley with the inks that I love. So I was excited to be able to find her and purchase her. Look at that. Oh, it's like a red, pink, mauve. It is so stinking cute. And it's so pretty. It's definitely up my alley of the inks that I do enjoy. The colors that are usually in my writings and in my journal and in my planner. I don't use it in my documents when I'm at work, but I definitely use it when I plan, when I take work notes for me, not so much for the office, but they all know that I have like super nice pens. I'm the only one in the office that uses a fountain pen. And they're like, oh, that's super nice. I'm like, I know, right? So, this is her. She's so pretty. Such a pretty, pretty color. Absolutely one of my new faves. There's like a group of like inks that I really enjoy, and this is one of my favorites. And then our last ink is another Robert Oster ink, and this one is in lipstick red. I think I bought it for the name, which is okay, but the color is also very stunning. I like red inks. The Amartis has a red gray that I'm looking to purchase full size because it's stunning, and those are document inks, so they're one of my favorite brands too for like everyday inks. Look at that. She's such a pretty red. I don't know if the camera's doing it any kind of justice, but she is absolutely stunning. My husband says that when I do my ink swatches, it's like adult coloring. And in a way it is. But the truth is that he likes fountain pens too. I had bought him a Faber Castell. He has a Lamy, and he also has a Twisby pen. So thanks to me, he has quite a little cute collection that he loves. And then his favorite ink is Wearingall's Bram Stoker's Dracula. He loves that red shimmer. So that's currently how he takes his notes for school. And when he does his music and all the other extracurricular things that he does, he uses that. And I bought him a really nice notebook. So slowly and surely, I'm turning them. And the fun part is that he's going to go to the little craft fest here with me in Houston later in April. So I'm getting them. I'm getting them. So I just take it and use this cloth to kind of clean out the excess so that it doesn't get everywhere. And then I'll thoroughly clean the nib when I'm done. But that's what I do for now. It saves me on paper towels, if I'm being honest. And I can just throw that in the wash. So here are the new inks. Let me just show you the red. So pretty. So these are the 4 new inks that I've purchased and that I just got in. Let me know what you guys think, which is your favorite. And like always, thank you so much for joining me and spending a couple of minutes with me. I appreciate it. You guys have a wonderful day. Bye.